Today our lesson is about adding integers. To start off our lesson, let's do a concept activity where we're going to be adding integers on a number line. From our last set of notes, we learned that integers are whole numbers that are either negative or positive. And the number line is just a line that is numbered with the integers, negative numbers on the left of 0 and positive integers on the right of 0. So how are we going to use a number line to help us with understanding the concept of adding integers? Step 1 is to plot the first integer on the number line. Step 2 is to move right if we're adding a positive integer to the first integer, or we would move to the left if we're adding a negative integer to the first integer. And our third and final step is to plot wherever we land, and this answer will be the sum of the integers that we're adding together. Let's look at some examples where we're asked to use a number line to find the sum of two integers. For example 1, we're taking -3 plus +7. So if we follow our three-step process, we're going to go ahead and plot this first point onto the number line. So where is -3? And I make a point. Step 2 is telling us that we have to determine based on this second number whether we need to move to the right or the left. So if this number is positive, we know we move to the right. If it's negative, we move to the left. If I look at this number, I see that it is positive, so I know that I'm going to be moving to the right 7. So from -3, I'm going to make my jumps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. My last step says to plot the point wherever I ended up. I end up at +4. So this is the sum of the two integers, -3 and 7. So my answer is +4. So I would say that -3 plus 7 equals 4. For example 2, I'm taking -1 and I'm adding a -7 to it. So on my number line, I'm going to start by making a point at -1. And since -7 is a negative integer, I'm going to move to the left 7 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I make a point where I end up. And that point is located at -8. So I know my answer to this is -8. Use example 1 to complete the U-Try problems 1 through 6. Look over the problems that I just completed for you and let me know if you have any questions. Now that we know how to use the number line to understand how to add integers, let's look at the actual integers rule for addition. For integers that have the same sign, you add the absolute value of each number and keep the common sign. In both of our examples, we see that we have two integers that have the same sign. For the first example, both of them are positive. The second example, both of them are negative. So if we follow the rules, we're going to add them together and keep the common sign that they have. So for 8 plus 12, you'll get 20. And we know it'll be positive since both of them are positive. For -6 plus -4, we'll get -10. And we know that they're negative because both of them are negative. So looking at what happens visually, when you have a positive integer and you're adding another positive integer, whether it's bigger or smaller, you're going to get a positive integer. When you have a negative integer added to another negative integer, whether it's bigger or smaller, you're still going to get a negative integer in the end. When we are adding numbers that have different signs, we subtract the smallest absolute value from the largest absolute value and use the sign of the number with the largest absolute value. For our first example, we're taking +5 added to -8. So we have more negatives than positives, so we do 8 minus 5, you'll get 3, and we take the sign of the one we had the most of. So our answer for this first one would be -3. And for our second example, we're taking -11 added to +13. So we have more positives than negatives, so we do 13 minus 11, you get 2. And we take the sign of the one that we had the most of, which is positive. So our answer to this one would be +2. So visually, this is what it looks like. When you have more negatives than positive and you're adding them together, your final answer is going to be negative. But when you have more positives than negatives, when you add those two numbers together, you're going to end up with a positive. Our final rule to note whenever we're adding integers is whenever we have opposites and we're taking the sum of them, the sum of a number and its opposite is going to always be 0. Our first example shows us adding 7 added to its opposite, which is -7. So we know that when we add opposites, they're going to cancel each other out, so you're going to end up with 0. And the same thing for -2 plus 2. Those two are opposites, so you're going to also end up with 0. So visually, whenever you're adding two numbers that are the same size, but only difference is that they have different signs, when you add them together, they'll give you 0. Let's do a few examples now where you're asked to add integers. On example 1, we're taking a -54 and we're adding it to a -28. First thing we should ask ourselves, are those two numbers same sign or different signs? Well, both of them are negative, so that means they are the same. I know my final answer is going to be negative because that's what happens when I have only negatives. And so all I need to do is show that I'm adding these two together. So off below, I'm going to show my work of adding 54 to 28. 4 plus 8, you get 12. Carry my 1. 1 plus 5 plus 2, you get 8. So then our final answer is -82. All right, let's look at example 2. Now we're taking a positive number and we're adding it to a negative number. So they have different signs, so we subtract. We take the one that we have the most of. We have more positives than we do negatives, so we know that our answer is going to be positive. So we take 38. Now we're subtracting because they're different signs. So we take 38 minus 17. 8 minus 7, you get 1. 3 minus 1, you get 2. And so we know our final answer is going to be positive. Positive 21. And our last example for this, we're adding 3 numbers, but we have to know that we can only add 2 numbers at a time. So we start off by adding the first 2 numbers, which are both the same sign. So same sign, we add them. So we take 4 plus 72. Doesn't matter the order that you add numbers. So we get 76, and we know it's going to be negative. So now we have -76 plus 61. And now we're adding 2 numbers that have different signs. One of them is negative and the other one is positive. So now we have to subtract. So we take 76 minus 61. 6 minus 1, you get 5. And 7 minus 6, you get 1. And so we get a -15 as our answer. Use examples 1, 2, and 3 to complete the U-Try problems 1, 2, and 3. Look over the problems that I just completed for you and let me know if you have any questions. Now that we know how to add integers that have the same sign and add integers that have different signs, so let's look at how to evaluate an expression when we have integers to plug in for variables, and then we have numbers that are already there that they want us to add to those integers. So for example 1, we have x plus -9. Our first step, if we remember, is to plug in for x. So that means we're replacing x with -22. So now we have -22 plus -9. Since those numbers are both negative, we add them together by taking 22 plus 9, you get 31, and our final answer, of course, is going to be negative. Looking at example 2, we have to plug in for 2 different variables, x and y. So we're careful to make sure that we're replacing x with the -22 and y with the -12. And so now we have 3 numbers that are being added. So we take the first 2 numbers and we see if we're adding two numbers with the same sign or different signs, we notice that they are different. One of them is negative, the other one is positive. So that means that we're subtracting 22 minus 17. And when we do the math, we'll get 4. So we have 4 plus negative 12. We again have two numbers that are different signs. So we subtract these two. So we take 12 minus 4. We get our answer 8. But since we have more negatives than positive, our final answer is negative 8. Use examples 1 and 2 to complete the U-Try problems 1, 2, and 3. Look over the problems that I just completed for you and let me know if you have any questions. To show that you've mastered today's lesson, complete the quick check problems 1 through 9 for 1.5 notes.